This time I'll call the May 18th, 2023 meeting to order for Dixon County Commission. Would you please stand and join in the flag salute? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have two additions to the agenda. Or actually could just be covered in one addition, and it is to send letters to Blue Cross Blue Shield, also Salina Regional Hospital regarding concerns the county has on health insurance and payments.
I'll second that.
Okay, yes, and that is the motion to add that to the agenda and as amended. So we have the second. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. The consent agenda includes the minutes of the May 11th meeting, also expenditures of $430,425.94, a hand check of $770.12, SD security $4,240, credit cards $25,381.04, utilities $10,591.64, an abatement of $1,978.02.
I move to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
We have the motion and the second for approval of the consent agenda. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Commission comments, Ron.
Yes, I just spent a little time yesterday at the detention center in Junction City with their board meeting. Everything's going pretty good. They are moving forward with looking for more space, looking for another vehicle, and doing a food search type situation where they're trying to find a way to bring in better food to the folks that are there. So those are three big items that they were working on yesterday. And other than that, there's still a lot of problems out there with children who need the room. So that's what's happening.
Craig.
Yeah, commissioners, we attended the Flip the Switch this morning out on Solomon Road with DSNL. I thought it was very interesting and informational. The system will service at about 800, 700 some houses at their full capacity stuff, and it makes a peak that DSNL has to buy rather than buying a electricity from Pepco, which they buy all of it. It lowers out the surge in electrical cost. I have trouble today. My shoulder hurts. That's all.
Jennifer smacked you too.
Yeah.
Thank you. And as Craig mentioned, we did have a road trip. And that part of that was to flip the switch. And not only the green energy aspect and the solar panels, but DSNO explained how they had visited with the neighboring properties. The location was important as far as elevation is concerned. It was kind of a group effort, but the other thing that comes to mind, not only just on their trying to maintain lower rates and save their customers some money and some stabilization there, but DSNO also is really, they have a headquarters over there at Solomon, a very nice facility. Some of their workers, from the linemen to management to staff and so on, they're a very important industry, and they cover, of course, many portions of Dickinson County and Saline County, but they've had people from Delphus, so up there at Ottawa County. I know they're down in Saline, McPherson County, around the Lindsborg area. So anyway, that was a good trip. Then we did go, or a good opportunity to visit that, but we also went and looked at one of the bridges that that is in the works on 800 Avenue, and we're able to take a look at that. I don't think anything else that comes to mind. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and move on. You ladies are just in time because the next item on the agenda is the presentation of petitions, proclamations, and other public comments. And so we'll welcome you, or both of you, to the podium, however you want to do that. If you'd introduce yourself and and tell us a little bit of the work that you do and also the reading of the proclamation. So,
Good. Hi, I'm Taylor Hawes. I am a CBS coordinator for Central Kansas Mental Health Center. I work primarily in the youth department, providing supports to kids in the community, schools, and their homes. But I'm also the main supervisor here in our Abilene office location, just across from the hospital. Our agency has been working very hard in the past year to really try to expand services provided throughout Dickinson County to both youth and adults, and expanding therapists and a position we call a patient navigator that just kind of helps patients navigate their supports and their appointments and, try to keep up on things and not miss out on medication appointments, therapy appointments, things like that. I've also been lucky enough to be welcomed and joined into the CARES Coalition with Tom Swartz and participating in that, trying to just expand services available to Dickinson County residents and, removing barriers from kids, elderly, all the above. So yes. So the proclamation then to the people of Dickinson County, Kansas, whereas Mental Health Month provides an opportunity to raise awareness, promote mental health education, and encourage individuals to seek help when needed. And whereas 1 in 4 adults, Kansas will experience a mental health challenge in any given year. And 1 in 4 youth aged 6 to 17 experience a mental health disorder in any given year. And whereas surroundings can impact if, how, and when a person's needs are met, which in turn affects mental health. And whereas stigma and discrimination associated with mental illness can prevent individuals from seeking and receiving proper treatment. And whereas having safe, stable, and healthy home and community sets the foundation for achieving and maintaining good mental health. Whereas the greater public awareness about mental health can positively transform attitudes about and towards people with mental illness, making it easier for our citizens to seek help for a mental health issue. And whereas with early and effective interventions, those individuals in mental health conditions can recover and lead full, productive lives. And whereas mental health is an essential part of overall health and wellness, and it affects how we think, feel, and act in our daily lives, we recognize that mental wellness deserves attention year-round. Therefore, we, the Dickinson County Commissioners, do hereby proclaim May 2023 as Mental Health Awareness Month and call on citizens, government agencies, public and private institutions, businesses, and schools in Dickinson County to recommit to increasing awareness and understanding of mental health, and to recognize the necessity of accessible and appropriate mental health services for all Dickinson County residents.
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Is there a motion for acceptance of this proclamation?
I'll make a motion to accept.
We have the motion and the second to adopt this proclamation declaring May 2023 as Mental Health Awareness Month. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Craig?
Well, I thought I was going to introduce the.
Yes, if you, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more about that, or just fill in a few blanks maybe.
My name is Gretchen Boyum. I'm Grants and Communications Specialist with Central Kansas Mental Health Center, and just want to say thanks for letting us come here and do this. And part of Mental Health Month is, again, just the advocacy and getting the word out and letting people know what services are available and that they are accessible. And one of the things we've been talking about a lot is same-day access services,
Yes.
which are also available at the Abilene office. And you can maybe give the hours.
Yes, same day access is when any incoming patients that are wanting any form of mental health support that are not current patients can come in anytime, Monday through Friday from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. And they are able to come in with their ID, their insurance card, or even if they don't have insurance, and be seen by clinicians and support staff to get the appropriate services scheduled and their next session scheduled for them, as long as having the availability of sliding scale fees for those that have financial burdens or insurance struggles as well.
What's your location?
Idea being that you don't have to have an appointment. Like when you're ready to go and get services set up, you can go in, do the assessment, get those services set up, and you don't have to wait like weeks or months to get an appointment.
So it can be by referral, but also if it's an emergency type situation or immediate need, in fact, that's encouraged to address it quickly. And
the best thing about that is the patient walks away that day with their next appointment scheduled too. And so there is that next step already being followed. They don't just leave that day and, oh, we'll schedule something out. They're scheduling it that day and they have a plan in place and they have a contact person within the agency that follows up with them.
yes,
What's the location?
The location is at 420 on 10th Street.
Okay.
So, yeah.
so it used to be Dr. Johnson had an office there.
Okay.
And we shared with them until, about 3-4 years
So
ago.
if you're headed right to the hospital before you get to the entryway or one of the entryways.
Yep, right on the corner of Brown and 10th Street is where we are.
And then Salina at Elmhurst.
Yes.
809 Elmhurst Boulevard.
And then also, I guess, quite often you work with the schools or you go to locations, so it's not that people have to come
No, my
to you.
case managers do. We are in all schools within all of Dickinson County, and we provide what's called psychosocial groups, which is just social and like peer socialization groups with groups that can 10 from 4 to our largest group is 12. We have those in Alvey Middle School, Eisenhower Elementary, McKinley Elementary, Chapman Elementary, Chapman Middle School, and Harrington Middle School as well.
Dickinson County appreciates the partnership that we have with Central Kansas Mental Health. And in fact, during COVID, we utilized their services for our health responders during that event. So, and that was key. So, and then also drug court,
Yes.
people.
Starting up the drug court, and I got the invitation to come to the drug court celebration coming up next month, and just very excited to be able to expand and participate and grow whatever supports we can.
Okay. Well, here's the proclamation and thank you very much.
Thank you so
You want a
much.
picture?
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
sure.
Thank you so
You
much.
want me to take it so you can be in it?
You want to be Miss Gretchen? Gretchen's like,
Sit down here if they want to stand behind us.
Yeah, you can stand behind us, look over our shoulder, give us guidance. Yeah.
I will take a couple. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow, look, Craig's had 3 pictures taken.
look at you.
He's-
Well, these are going to come rolling in.
We'll need to find an agent.
I'm having trouble getting one of those.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Taylor, can we get a copy of that signed?
Yes.
Oh, I have it.
We have got, we have.
Oh, they have a copy already? Perfect.
It's in our package. Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. This would be opportunity for public comments. If there's anyone that would want to speak or question or comment on any item that is not on the agenda, this is opportunity for that. We do not have any public comments, and so we're going to move on to report of county officers. Janelle?
The first thing I would like to say is that Alyssa Boss with our IT department graduated this past weekend from Fort Hays State with a Bachelor of Science degree in Information Networking and Telecommunications. So we appreciate the hard work that she's put into her degree and that she is working for us. I would have to say that we have a second to none IT staff, and Alyssa moving on with her degree is important. The highway department has started paving on 3400 Avenue from Camp Road to the fair. I have Eden, but it's to fair. They started that this week and they were able to get 2 miles done in 2 days, actually. So the rain delay didn't really delay them, which has been wonderful. And the weather was quite good. Marcus and I ran out there yesterday afternoon, and it's pretty impressive to watch them do that. And then once that's completed, they are moving west to east, then they'll turn around and complete it, and then they'll move to Old 40 on the east side of Chapman to the county line next week. So we're estimating that is what is costing us about $100,000 a mile. So $70,000 in materials. And then between our equipment and labor, we're at the $100,000. And the other thing I wanted to mention was the letter of support that I drafted on behalf of the county for USD 487. It's similar to the letters that we supported for Solomon and the Abilene and Harrington group. So we just added a letter for 487 as well. So, and that would be all that I have.
Okay. Thank you. Doug?
Thank you. We've done 3 publications on our tax sale that will be coming up. So the next 2 notices will come out. And soon thereafter, I would tax sale. So I would encourage anybody who is behind on their taxes, themselves caught up so they don't get the property sold if they don't want it to be sold. Hopefully they can get it caught up. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Under notices and communications, we have an invitation from Major General John Meyer III, Commanding General of the Big Red One, and they're having a Memorial Day service. And if any of us are going to attend, we are instructed to email the protocol office and let them know. We also have an invitation for May 30th. And this is from the United States Postal Service. The post office has had the official naming and dedication in honor of Captain Emil J. Capon by act of Congress. This dedication is going to take place at the Harrington Post Office, May 30th at 1 p.m. They say they look forward to our attendance. And so we'll need to let Janelle know if we plan to. That Tuesday actually might work out where I would attend that. On Monday, I'm kind of
Okay.
the service at Fort Riley. I probably will be out of town.
Okay.
But if Craig or
No,
Ron, if you're
I have to find those Thursday.
okay. We do not have any resolutions. We do not have any unfinished business. We did have an item added, and it was letters to Blue Cross Blue Shield and Salina Regional. Janelle, do you want to comment on that briefly?
Last week, we talked about the agreement that Salina Regional and Blue Cross and Blue Shield are working out for their reimbursement back to the Salina Regional Hospital. And the concern is at the end of this year that our county staff would be considered out of network. So we're going to have increased costs for our staff or increased travel time if they search for a doctor in network. So they have to go out of county for that service. So I've drafted a letter to each of them expressing our concern and asking them to come to an agreement quickly so we can move forward. And take into consideration that we have 145 employees that at least 99% participate in Blue Cross Blue Shield, have insurance through them, and it's going to affect us tremendously. And that's something we wish to avoid if possible.
Okay. Is there a motion to go ahead and send those letters of our stating our concerns?
So moved.
I'll second it.
We have the motion and the second. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. I don't believe we have any other business to bring before the commission. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it. We have the motion and the second. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We're adjourned.